Okay, please don't mind the bags underneath my eyes. I'm so tired. I came back from the Seychelles last night and yeah, I barely slept at all on the plane, so... And also on top of me being tired, it's also pretty cold here in Germany, so that's why I'm wearing a beanie, even though it's a bit exaggerated. I hate this word. I can't say this word. Oh, and by the way, I learned from the locals that it's not called Seychelles, because I thought it was called Seychelles, but it's called Seychelles. Look how I embarrassed myself in my last video. I spontaneously booked a flight to the Seychelles. Is that how you say it? Seychelles or Seychelles? Anyways, we stayed in the Seychelles for 12 days, and if you're also planning to visit the Seychelles and you don't really know how much money you should take, keep watching because I'm gonna talk about that later on in the video. Okay, so now to the point of that video. First of all, the Seychelles, what they're known for, like their beautiful beaches. Seriously, they are like in paradise, and they're just perfect to chill at the beach and to go for a swim. And if you want to go scuba diving there, well, now I can advise you not to go there during the monsoon time or like in August like we did, because the water's not really clear when you go diving and you won't be able to see a lot underwater. We didn't really want it to be true, even though we read about it in the guidebooks. But yeah, we learned it the hard way and we were a bit disappointed because you couldn't really see anything underwater. But we saw a shark. Oh my god, that's like... Remember the video that I did a few weeks ago about my biggest fear is like encountering a shark? Well, that's what happened. And it wasn't actually as scary as I thought it would be. It was just a small shark. Like, it wasn't small, but it was still a shark, and it still had teeth that could probably rip you an arm off, but it was just chilling there. Like, it didn't even swim around. It was a reef shark, and it was just there. Like, it looked at us, we looked at it, and that's about what happened. But it was a great experience, seriously. Yeah, I've never seen a shark before, and that was just crazy. I also made a lot of new friends in the Seychelles, and I'm not only talking about the incredibly nice and friendly locals over there that we hung out with, but more I'm talking about my new friends that can get up to 180 years old and around 250 kgs heavy. The massive tortoise. I just couldn't get enough of them. My cousin was already annoyed of me because I wanted to pet them all, like every single one, and believe me, there were so many of them. Did you see all the turtles? Do you know why my cousin was annoyed of me now? Because I pet them all. And I loved it! Oh, but yeah, did you know that the Seychelles aren't flat islands? They have mountains. They have like little mountains. So not only you can chill at the beach and go for swims, you could also go for little hikes. And you're gonna be rewarded with amazing views. Have you ever heard of the coco de mer? Well, it's a special species of coconut that only grows in the Seychelles. And one coconut costs over 500 bucks, so who the hell can afford these? But you know what's funny about them? It is also called the erotic seed because, well, just see for yourself. Anyways, even though the Seychelles are run over by honeymoon people, well, I didn't really expect anything else, but I still had an amazing time. But we had to do a little bit of budgeting while we were traveling there, so let's look at how much money I needed for those 12 days. First of all, the flight to the Seychelles from Germany was kinda expensive. Then for the accommodation, or more likely the guest houses that we stayed in, they were actually pretty cheap. In total for all those 12 nights, we paid around 4,400. And for food for those 12 days, we almost paid as much as we paid for the accommodation. Also, we didn't just stay on one island. In total for all those transportations to get from island to island, we paid around 2,600. Also on some islands we rented a car, but on La Digue we only rented a bike. Then the petrol that was on top of that was 280, and the national parks and 2-day trips that we did cost around 2,300 Seychelles rupees. And remember, we also went scuba diving, and for those 2 dives we paid around 1,800 rupees. And of course, to stay updated on social media, we had to buy a SIM card. Okay, but this was all per person, so the trip was actually pretty expensive, even though we did a lot of budgeting. But I can tell you, the Seychelles are definitely worth a visit. I can only recommend it, but you should definitely expect to pay a little more than, for example, going to Thailand or Indonesia or whatever. Anyways, if you're interested, you can check out my Instagram. I uploaded tons of pictures of the Seychelles, and if you found this video helpful or interesting, then please give it a thumbs up. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Now it's getting hot.